Hello, everyone. My name is Shauna, and I want to thank you for tuning in, first of all, to my channel. It's actually called Jump In Precision. However, the words that the Lord has been giving me to post on my channel have been about whatever He tells me to talk about. So I haven't had the opportunity to officially introduce, I guess, the channel and what it really is based upon. So if you'll notice the picture that is attached to my channel, it actually says Jump In Precision, and it talks about reconciliation of relationships. And it's not the, it's not the, let's see, how do I put this? It's not the regular, um, what do I do? My man wants to leave me, or what do I do to get his attention, or those type of relationship counseling. On my channel or in my ministry that I operate when I'm off screen, it's called Jump In Precision because I help you come up with a plan to reconcile with those loved ones that you have been estranged from for however long. Those you have had disagreements with, arguments with, haven't spoken to for whatever reason, betrayals that have happened in the relationship, divorces, reconciliation from divorce, reconciliation from separation. Um, it could be father, daughter, friend, siblings. In my ministry, I also assist with things like child rearing, um, single moms trying to work out how to handle elementary school kids, their behavioral issues or different things of that nature. But it's mostly about reconciliation and coming to a conclusion of forgiveness and how to get from point A to point D. And what I mean by that is, you when there's a problem in the relationship, you want to reconcile, you want to make things right, fix things, if you will, but you just don't have the tools or you don't know how. And it seems like every time you make an attempt or even think about putting a foot forward, something holds you back, or there's a fear that comes over you because you don't know how they'll respond, and that's where I come in. So I want to let you know that there's information in the description of how you can contact me um, to just discuss your situation, discuss um, your goals as far as who you need to reconcile with, who you want to reconcile with, and how we can go about it. And the precision part is we come up with a plan. We don't just wing it. So we will talk, we'll come up with a plan, we'll discuss the situation and find out what the best way is to proceed. Because reconciliation can be a really tough pill to swallow, if you will. That's kind of an overdone statement, but it can be difficult. It can cause you to have to swallow your pride, if you will. It can cause the other person to have to swallow their pride. It can cause you to stir up old emotions that have been laying dormant or smothered, if you will, for a long time. And that can bring about tears, it can bring about laughter, it can bring about frustration. Many, many emotions will come from the process or the precision of reconciling with whoever that is that you may need to reconcile with. So I want to let you know that I am here for you. And like I said, the way to contact me is in the description box. And I cover many subjects in my ministry. I even assist with how to stop a situation from going from bad to worse, how to stop the divorce from happening, even if you're on the brink, even if you're separated, even if you're supposed to be signing the paperwork in 2 weeks, or whatever the case may be. Another thing that I cover in my ministry is emergency escape plans. Sometimes there's domestic violence. Sometimes you cannot mend the situation, or even if you can mend the situation, the gap and the space between the two of you is necessary for the safety, well being, and health of one or more individuals. And sometimes people give advice that is not sound, it's not biblical, and it's not safe. And we can't give advice, or we can't recommend in situations like that, domestic violence and so forth, abuse, etc. We can't give advice that's just casual advice, because sometimes lives literally hang in the balance, and we don't want anyone to be in jeopardy, or anyone's lives to be taken based upon whimsical advice, whimsical suggestions that are not productive and not safe. So I can remember in the separation of some relationships I've had in my own life, it's crazy, if I can use that term. It's crazy, if you will, that God will start your ministry in your problem, in your issue. And when your life seems like it is at the bottom of the end, the bottom of the end, and he'll say, go minister to that person about what you're going through, or go minister to that person about getting back together. And I'm like, I just got broken up. What do you mean go minister to them about getting back together? What do you mean tell him to go back home, or tell her to go back home, or whatever? He started having me do these things when my life was in the worst possible position. And that's when he began to minister to me that I'm going to use your situation to help others. I'm going to use your situation to reconcile not just marriages, but all relationships that are estranged, because I am a forgiving God. I am a one another God. I am a service God. And that's what I'm calling you to. I'm calling you to go abroad. I'm calling you to talk to whoever. I'm calling you to be the repairer of the breach and the restorer of streets. And so in doing that, in him telling me that, and then showing me how he's speaking through me, and people are getting together, or people are separating, or whatever needs to happen in that time frame, or in that situation, because every situation is different. And that's where the precision comes in. Every situation is different. That's why we have to make the plan and then jump in. Now, so that's why I say, when it's called, the fact that it's called jump in precision, it means that you may not be able to dip your toe in the water and see how. Sometimes you just have to go for it. And going for it is the parallel of jump in. Just jump in. So you contact me, you let me know what your situation is. We'll go over the criteria for us to continue going forward. And then I'll be able to tell you more about what I do, how I can help, and what you will benefit from my counsel. And I want you to know that anytime I counsel, anytime I set up a plan, anytime I help, it is of the utmost confidence It's the utmost privacy. The examples that I give you will most likely be from my own life. However, uh, you'll never be in jeopardy of having your life exposed or your heart exposed to other people by talking with me or by getting counsel from me. So I just want to let you know that that's available. Let you know that even though if you look on my channel and you listen to the videos that the Lord has had me to minister, they have not been necessarily all about relationships or reconciliation, but my ministry off screen is reconciliation. And so I want to let you know that I'm available and that I will take the leap with you. So sometimes even though we have to jump in and it's scary and you're nervous, I will take the jump with you. I will take the leap with you, and we can get down to the bottom of whatever it is that's making the gap, that's making the mud under the bridge, and see if we can't get it cleaned up. See if we can't rebuild the bridge so that both parties have a clear passage to go back and forth and enjoy one another until you can bridge that gap so you can come back together, meet each other halfway, or even determine when you can't meet halfway and when you can't reconcile. And there are some cases that way. But just remember that forgiveness is at the top of the list, and it's something that the Father did for us and continues to do for us on a regular basis, sometimes an hourly basis. So we want to remember that even in us not reconciling, it's a really risky soul search to say that you have forgiven them when there's distance, because out of sight is out of mind. Out of sight is out of mind. So if out of sight is out of mind, it's a possibility that you haven't forgiven them if you have not had the opportunity to bring something to the table, to discuss a matter, to get your expressions or your feelings out, to express how you feel about what has taken place over the years, over the months or days or however long it's been. So just keep that in mind, and of course pray about it and ask the Lord if you should contact me and how you should proceed. But if you give me a call, we can talk it out, and just calling me and let me know, what your situation is, so forth and so on, and then we can go from there, and I can let you know how I can help, how I can be of assistance, and what will be the best outcome for you. What's your best outcome? And that's one of the things that I ask when I counsel is, what is your best outcome? What do you see as the best possible ending for your situation? Not how it is now, not how you feel now, but what is your best end result? And then we figure out how we can get there. So I want you to have a good evening. I want you to think about what I've said, and I want you to keep tuning in to Jump In Precision, and have a blessed night. Do something to make yourself laugh. Do something to make yourself laugh. That relieves so much. So much. Have a good night.